Music's always been a passion of mine, and it's always had a focal point in my life. You know, I had the opportunity to take over a family business and make $200,000 a year, but when it came down to actually deciding if that's what I wanted to do, I knew that music was my passion, and music's what I wanted to do. And so, as hard as it was to leave the business, I went to school and started studying music production and the theory behind music and how to incorporate that into my life. This led me to a lot of great places in my life. You know, like Europe. I've traveled across Canada. I've met so many interesting people. In 1 year, I went from ocean to ocean. You know, it was pretty cool. And then I went up into Alaska, and then into the Northwest Territories, and into the Yukon. Music was the entire purpose of this trip. It was the only money I was making while I was on this trip was from busking and street performing, and I wanted to write a bunch of music and, you know, practice my passion, and, you know, playing on the street was the way to do it, because it forced me out of my shell and to really figure out who I was as a performer. I've busked in every single province. It really helped me realize how universal music is as a tool, because, you know, in Quebec, people don't even not a lot of people speak English, right? But they'll still stop and listen to you playing music all the same. First instrument I ever played was a recorder, and then I moved on to clarinet, and then I played trumpet, and those were in high school. And then I was really fascinated with the guitar, so I moved to bass guitar. I was playing in a bunch of punk rock bands, and then I really got interested in the electric guitar, and I ended up pawning a bunch of like Game Boys and stuff that I had just so that I could get an electric guitar, and then I started playing hand drums and a variety of other percussion instruments and a little bit of piano, so quite a few instruments. I'm self-taught. I've never really liked lessons and learning from other people, like formally. I've always learned from other players and friends, because that's how it works as a musician, is everybody shows each other something and you learn from other musicians. But I learn by ear. I'm working full-time to save up money to buy more equipment to get back into the music scene. I've been doing more busking and playing open mic shows. I always get nervous before I go on stage or playing in front of people, but as soon as I get behind the guitar and start playing and doing my thing, it all kind of falls away. By the end of the first song, I'm in my zone, and I'm happy to be doing what I'm doing. It's exciting being up on stage in front of people, especially when people respond well. I've never had anybody boo me off stage.
Together, and we'll walk together with constant